just kind of talk. So, good, listen. Oh, what was that race? I was racing something really intelligent, and I can't even remember. Can't remember. Oh. Nah, I can't even remember. Something that I think most people probably are working through it, but right now, currently, I'm going through it, and I matter. So, yeah, it's my video. Uh, I think that I'm starting to get to be very insecure in life again. This is kind of me being vulnerable, but I don't really think nobody gonna see it, so I don't care. I'm starting to be real vulnerable in my life, and what? God, I'm being absent-minded. I'm starting to feel insecure again. And when I grew up very what I deem to be unattractive. You know what I mean? My teeth still kind of too big for my mouth. Still growing, but my teeth was way too big for my mouth. My ears was too big for my head. My head was too big for my body, and I was tall and skinny my whole life. And then at some point, I was still tall, skinny. I grew into some of my facial features more, but it was always just like, man, once that next step comes along, I'm gonna look great. Once that and I was just always kind of like waiting on like, I was like, maybe I'm not done. I was like, man, maybe I'm not done with puberty yet. Like maybe I got like maybe I'm a late bloomer. Maybe I just have to be tall, but I'm a late bloomer when it comes to everything else. And it just never came. It just never came like how everybody else came, where everybody else just became so much more different looking, more adult looking, things like that. Dudes start getting that natural muscle that dudes get when they, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, 21, stuff like that. That never hit me. I look all right now, like my physique not too bad off. Still insecure about it at this point in this video. But, it's just kind of weird. I don't know. And like I said, I got through that though. At some point, I realized that I have to be confident within myself, despite how my physical features may be out there. But I still was in the back of my mind. I'm battling, the things I'm going through and stuff like that. But it was like, well, I gotta put on a confident front, and eventually that confident front became who I was. Now, a lot of what I've not even like learned, like people told me, but just what I've gotten a little older, just a little bit, not too much, but I got a little older, and I realized that a lot of people took my confident, my confidence as me being egotistical and me being cocky and things like that, and I always was so confused at that because most of the time I say anything that was like, oh, I'm the best at this thing, I always told everybody, I think I'm the best at everything. Because I think you have to be good at things. You have to even like mundane things that you don't even think about. If you, I don't know, if you think you make the best mac and cheese on Thanksgiving, you got to think that you make the best mac and cheese. If you don't think that you make the best mac and cheese, you're already failing off the rip. My opinion. Some people think you have to play down to what you feel you are. I feel I'm the best at anything and everything, even when I know I'm not. I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid enough to think that to think that I am just the best at everything and I know everything. I'm not stupid, but at the same time, you have to act stupid in the front so that you can have a chance at anything in life. You have to have a little delusion. And I don't see what's wrong with it. I'm not hurting nobody. I'm not going to people saying, hey, I'm better than you at this, better than you at that. I digress a little bit, but that's always bothered me. But as I've, graduated and started going to the gym, and started been going to the gym for a while, but I started going consistently and taking it serious and things like that just recently, just this year. So it's only been about 9 months of me taking it serious. And, you know, it was like a midway point through the year where I was feeling real confident. And the more that I look back at pictures and things like that from the beginning of the year, and I've put on 14 pounds so far this year, which is like, and it's like, it's not like I gotten like fattened on me, like 14 pounds of muscle. But it's like, yo, you know, I'm starting to notice things that I never would have noticed before. I'm starting to notice how, you know, my body look, little parts of my body's like, dog, was this like this before? Have I never noticed it? Stuff like that. And I mean, thank the Lord, genetically, I kind of got blessed and all, but you know, it's a certain point where genetics can't carry you. Well, with some people don't gotta pick up no weights and no, and they'll just be ripped looking. You feel me? Like not even like they worked hard or they've been like doing this. Nah, they just like that. I was blessed with being, you know, in pretty good shape, and no matter if I wasn't or was doing something, I stayed in pretty good shape. But you know, sometimes, you know, late night honey buns catch up with you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes late night honey buns catch up with you. That's all I can say. And because because of all that, whatever, I've started to feel in the past few months or so, I've started to feel just real and insecure about myself again. Like I'm looking at it, not even looking at everybody in the gym, just looking at people in life, looking at, and social media makes it so much worse. Now it's bad because I've always been you know, social media can make me feel dark thoughts or deep or like, you know, I mean, then I turn off my phone. But and so I won't say it's like a big cause. You know, I can watch people who are more ripped than me on TikTok all day and like Instagram reels and watch what they talk about. I'm cool. It's just that when it happens in real life, just in those random moments where I'm like, dang, you know, I'm not as big as I thought I was getting. I'm really still so far away from where I want to be. Stuff like that. I look over. This isn't that big. This is pause. Pause. Where I'm like, oh no, your muscles not really getting big. Da da da. Your quads still small. Stuff like that. And those moments is like, damn, that dude on TikTok was ripped. He only been working out this much more time than me, and look where I'm at now. And it's like, that's kind of depressing. But I don't get depressed though, so it's cool. But it's just, that's where I feel sympathy for like chronically online people, because I can see how you can get real easily depressed off just scrolling and letting in your natural insecurity in real life. But nah, in all seriousness, I don't know. I think that I'm a God believer, but even outside of the Lord, I think that eventually I'll be able to get through what I'm feeling. I hope I am, right? But I don't know what's the best route to take. And I think finding the route to take is the hardest part. And I'm trying to be better about what I eat. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to watch that a little bit better. Just like, and not nothing super serious. Like I don't weigh my food. I don't. But maybe just, you know, do you need 2 honey buns or one? Put the box down, cuz. Put the box down, yeah. Do you need to pick that cookie up when you go to the store? I went to the store on the road. I can't tell you that. I went to the store for a protein shake, and every time I walk out, I stare at the candy aisle and think about getting a bag of M&Ms. Currently in front of me, that might be like copyright or something, but currently in front of me, just cause I'm a snacker. I love to snack, and I'm about to get on the game, and I need to be able to get angry and pick up a handful of nerds. That's just what it is. So, you know, long story short, I don't know. This whole channel just gonna be me talking, kind of like a virtual diary. I don't expect it to blow up or nothing, but maybe watching. I know there's a lot of like I always on social media. Y'all, I feel like there's nobody living life how I want to live life when it comes to certain parts. Like I get it. I hear advice so much where it's like it'll be like a slim dude that's just starting in the gym, but he don't have no genetics at all. I can't base nothing off that. What the progress he makes in a year, if he was in my situation where he's not dieting super hard, but he's working out 5 days a week. He works a manual labor job where he's, losing a lot of calories throughout the day. That'd be different. But if he was in that situation, he would look vastly different than me. And I get it. You're never gonna find nobody who looks exactly like you when it comes to fitness. But even other stuff like my hair, stuff like that, my acne, my skin, the things I like. I feel like there's never been nobody where I'm like, yo, like we could, you know. So maybe me making videos will be like that for somebody. But at the end of the day, I don't know. What do I know? I'm just a young. I'm just a youngin' trying, just a youngin' trying to help a youngin'. You feel me? So, or maybe an old head. I don't know. Maybe some of my older one watch these videos. You think? I don't know. All right. Deuce.